Good day. In this video, I will explain Cronbach's alpha, including who proposed it, why it is used, and how to compute it using sample questionnaire by the 5-point Likert scale using Microsoft Excel. Who is the proponent of Cronbach's alpha? Cronbach's alpha was proposed by Lee Joseph Cronbach in 1951. He introduced this coefficient as a method for measuring the internal consistency, reliability of tests, and questionnaires. We use Cronbach's alpha because, first, it determines whether multiple items measure the same concept. Second, it is commonly used for Likert scale questionnaires. Third, it helps researchers decide whether an instrument is reliable enough to be used for data analysis. Fourth, it is easy to compute using Excel, SPSS, or statistical software. In research, especially in education, psychology, and social sciences, reliability is a required step before interpreting survey results. This is the Cronbach's alpha formula, where small k is the number of items, S squared I is the variance of each item, and S squared T is the variance of the total scores. For this example, I am using the Microsoft Excel. So here I have 6 columns. So column A represents my respondents. So the respondents is 10. And from column B to column F, it represents the questionnaires. So for column B, it is question 1, column C, question 2, column D, question 3, column E, question 4, column F, question 5. Since we already know the Cronbach's alpha formula, the first thing to do is to get the sum of the responses of each respondents to the questionnaire. So here, I will get first the responses of respondent 1 from question 1 to question 5. The formula is type in your Excel equals sum, open parentheses, from B2 to F2, close parentheses, then press enter on your keyboard. Then you will get the total sum of the respondent 1 to the question 1 to 5. Then do the same from respondent 2 to respondent 10. As you can see in column G, we already now have the total sum of each respondents to the question 1 to 5. Now let us get the variance of those responses. Again, from column G, row 13, let us type the formula of the variance. Now, here in the formula, bar represents the variance and that S is the sample. So let's type the formula equals bar dot S, open parentheses, G2 colon G11, close parentheses. Pressing enter in your keyboard, you will get the total variance. We already now have the total variance of the respondents 10 to the question 1 to 5, which is 6.76. Now, let us compute for the total variance of the 10 respondents per questionnaire. Okay, so from column B, row 14, let us type the total variance for question 1. The formula is equals bar dot S, open parentheses, B2 colon B11, close parentheses, then press enter on your keyboard to get the total variance for question 1 of the 10 respondents. We already now have the total variance per question. For question 1, we have 0.62. For question 2, 0.66. For question 3, 0.76. For question 4, 0.62. For question 5, 0.62. Now, let us get the total sum of these variance. Go to your column G, row 14, then type the formula equal sum, open parenthesis, B14 colon F14. Close parenthesis, press enter on your keyboard, then you will get the total sum of these 5 variants. Now let us transmute based on the Cronbach's-Alpha formula. For small k here, get only the whole number of the total variance, which is 3. So divided by 3 minus 1, and then get the total variance. So 3.3 minus the sum of the responses of the respondents from question 1 to 5, which is 6.766 divided by 3.3. To easily get the total value of alpha, in your column I, type the formula equals, open parenthesis, 3 divided by 2, close parenthesis, times 2, open parenthesis, G13 minus G14, close parenthesis, divided by G13, close parenthesis, then press your keyboard, you will get the total value alpha for your respondents 10 from question 1 to 5. Now, our Cronbach alpha is 0.76. 0.76 Cronbach's alpha indicates that the items are sufficiently consistent and reliably measure the same construct. So it is acceptable. I have here the common interpretation guide alpha value. So from 0.90 or greater than 90, it is excellent. From 0.80 to 0.89, it is good. From 0.70 to 0.79, it is acceptable. Now, earlier, our example, question 1 to 5, the alpha value is 0.76. So that is acceptable. From 0.60 to 0.69, that is questionable. Maybe some parts of your questionnaire need to be revised based on the comments of your respondents. Now, less than 0.60, that means it is poor. You need to revise your questionnaire and ask your respondents again to answer your constructed survey questionnaire. Thank you for watching. God bless us all.